When I open the file in which any table or information of which I want to do analysis is, well, we assume that the file only contains the static and raw information. If we want to do some accounting or etc. Of the same. So, well, we select the table from which we want to do the analysis and insert a pivot table. A dynamic table, this dynamic table can be created if there is a new job or in some other place that we specify in this field. Then for the creation of the table, it's only these simple steps. Like the steps once we appears the sheet in which our dynamic table is located of the same, we can, well, first of all select the field of information of which we want to do the analysis that would correspond. So which we want to have it, if you want some insights that are useful. Then at this moment, what I do is to look for the field of which I want to do the analysis. So there is no analysis yet, but if we want, we can select values or whatever from that field. I just drag it to where this sub window of values is. And in this sub window of values, I can see that by default, I mean, the account of answers of the questions for each type of corresponding answers. Then I see, well, first we're going to cut these to the possible values that I have obtained in these. And the case only is that if the count of values, I only see that for each question. There is the number of answers and that those being attached to that question. However, if I want to see these values in another way, I go to the window of the configuration of the dynamic table, and I can see in this small tab like how to do the configuration of the field of values. Then here I go to like, instead of, there are several options, so I only answer in words. I can only apply the account and they do not add or average, etc. But if I can do the mode or choose the mode in which I want the data to be shown, I do not want. So, but as a percentage, for example, right now, survey question number 5, and here you can see the different ways of adapt the graphic, changing the color, and also like the legend. And in order to add a slicer, as like have crossed information, for example, how would you rate? And if I start clicking, I can see the dynamics of the data. And like I used for my research is that, for example, on the question on a scale from not confident to at all to extremely confident, how confidently can you understand and use basic expressions in English related to personal information, daily routines, and basic needs? I do have here, for example, as moderate confident, 32.1% of the respondents. But the benefit of using Excel is that I can display it in different manners. These like graphs or information. Therefore, the benefit of using data analysis and what we learned throughout the course.